Hey there, my name is Scott Hildreth. I'm the director of the Center for Great Commission Studies at Southeastern Seminary, and we want to welcome you to our Missions Emphasis Day. I'm here with Dr. Greg Mathias, the associate director of our Center for Great Commission Studies, and throughout the day today, we are reconnecting with some of our students who are living all over the world, and we're asking them about how the global pandemic has influenced their lives and their ministries. And right now we're going to catch up with Rusty and Jennifer. So guys, welcome. We so appreciate you being here with us. Tell us a little bit about where you are and what's going on with you.
We appreciate you guys having us. So Jennifer and I were at Southeastern with you guys, studying underneath both of you guys 10 years ago and getting the 2+2 program and just learning a lot. And really that just helped prepare us in so many ways to come here. I mean, you guys would always have missionaries coming in, talking, doing Q&A. And it was really a blessing to prepare us for what God was going to do here. So we've been living in Seville, Spain for 10 years and really just seen a blessing. We're living inside of a country with less than 1% evangelical believers. So here we're actually considered a cult. So they consider us basically the same as we consider Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. So it makes for a difficult time planning churches.
So ministry for us, what it's looked like the past couple of years is about 3 years ago. We were able to plant a new church in an area that had no church. So that continues to grow. And then in the last year, we've started a new work in a new area that has no evangelical church either. Wow. So God's really been doing a lot of cool things the last couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. That's fantastic to hear. Really appreciate all the work that you all have been doing. And so you've been there for about a decade, and I know in that time you've experienced a lot of things, seen a lot of things shift and change. But I venture to say the last 5 to 6 months has changed at an accelerated pace with the global pandemic and COVID. And so give us an understanding or help us understand a bit better about how that's impacted your community and your daily lives once COVID hit.
Yeah, so when COVID first hit, it was just an Italian thing. So the Spaniards weren't even worried about it. So I can remember on a Saturday, everything in life was totally normal. And then Sunday hit, and all of a sudden we were on total lockdown for 6 weeks. Wow. And when we say total lockdown, we weren't able to go anywhere at all outside. So only Jen or I, one adult from the house could leave at a time to go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, or hospital. But we had to have a receipt with us showing that we actually went there in order to keep from getting a ticket. And then our kids, I think it was a very difficult time for the kids because obviously school shut down and the kids were locked inside of our house for 6 weeks. So they were not able to leave the house for any reason whatsoever. And the European houses are much smaller. And so some of our teammates don't even have a patio to go out on. They're literally living inside of a small apartment around 700 square feet without even leaving their house. So it's a very difficult time for families.
So during this 6-week total lockdown, obviously ministry completely changed for us. The church plant that we had, thank the Lord, we were able to go online for everything. We continued our Bible studies, our Sunday services, small groups. We did everything online. So God continued to move in a great way, even amidst during this total lockdown. The work in the new area, it was really hard because we didn't have enough contacts to really keep ministry going. So it was this period of time where really all we could do was pray for this ministry and this work that we had begun and just put it in God's hands and wait and see what God was going to do when things opened back up.
Yeah, well, clearly Spain was one of the countries that we always had on our radar in the United States. And you guys have come through that severe lockdown as we have in the United States. So what is ministry like now for you in the aftermath of this kind of really severe shutdown? And how's life now? How's your ministry being shaped now?
Yeah, so now we're seeing things a little differently. We're allowed to now meet in person for the first time about a month or so back. And so since our ministry before COVID was really booming and we were at a point where we needed to get a new building anyway at our church plant, now after COVID, it seems like more people are searching for Jesus. Wow. There's lots of hope. People are searching for it. Lots of hopelessness, so people are searching for hope. So our first Sunday back, we were so crowded that it almost felt dangerous, and the Spaniards were a little freaked out. So we had to go to 2 services. And here in Spain, you're not allowed to legally do 2 services back to back like we do in the US a lot of times. You have to have at least a 3 or 4 hour gap between the services in order to disinfect the whole church. So we have a Sunday morning service, in a Sunday night service now, and we're still able to really reach lots of people. And we're seeing lots of lost people coming to our services and people coming to know Christ after COVID as well.
That's great.
So the most exciting thing for me was, like I said, during that 6-week period of time, we had a new work going on in this new area, but it was kind of a baby work going on. So for 3 months almost, we weren't able to do anything. And so we just prayed and prayed, God, continue to move in people's hearts and in people's lives, even though we can't physically do anything. So when we were finally able to start kind of this outreach discussion Bible group again, we prayed and we said, okay, God, we don't know who's going to come. We were only averaging like 4 people before the lockdown. We don't know if any of those people are going to come back. So we kind of announced it to some contacts, to some friends, and God brought over almost 20 new people that we didn't even know and weren't even expecting. And every week since then, we've had just tons of new people coming out of nowhere. That they just were seeking God. And I guess during the time of the lockdown, God had just begun, working in their hearts. And now that we can finally meet, they've come in contact with us and they began to study the Bible. And so it's just been really cool to see that just because we were only just praying during those 6 months, the power of prayer and how God just, showed up since then.
Man, that's great. What an encouragement to see you, to hear from you, and really to the encouragement that you've given us about the power of prayer and the ministry. What a great opportunities. Thanks so much for being with us. We want to thank you for watching these videos throughout the day. Again, this is our Missions Emphasis Day at Southeastern. Throughout the day today, we're going to show several videos just like this, so keep checking back so you can catch up with what several of our students are doing all around the world. We appreciate so much your support and the time that you've spent with us today.